Hey guys, so this is my sister here on the left, and this is our first session for the next 6 weeks. I'm discussing with her, well, the topic that we're going to be covering is nutrition, and she's come to me and asked me to help her out. She happens to have a wedding coming up in 6 weeks' time, so I'm just going to see what I can do with regards to getting her body composition right, as well as her nutrition on point. Let's get started. So, basically, firstly, I'd like to ask you, what is it exactly? What dilemma is it? Okay, sorry, just give my sister a few seconds to.
Sorry, just thinking of an inside joke. Oh, sorry. Okay.
You know.
Mhm.
Now that she's got her bearings, let's get started. All right.
Mhm.
Are
I'm
you
good.
good?
I'm good. I'm Gucci.
I thought you were Shanae.
I can do both. Girls can multitask.
Anyways, okay. So first question is, my friend,
Mhm.
what exactly is it that you want to accomplish from, well, in the next 6 weeks?
I basically want to get my body in shape because this is it's a point. Basically, I have to get my body in shape for the wedding, so it's motivation, and this can be a kickoff to my weight loss for the next couple of months.
Okay. So
So it's like a start, is what I'm saying.
I think it's awesome that the wedding has popped up because it's kind of forced you to
Yeah,
like wake
basically.
up and get your bearings together
Yeah.
and realize that you have to sort your body out and your
Getting in
nutrition as
shape.
well, because I mean the way you've been eating for the last few years
Hectic, I
is,
know.
especially like when we grew up, we ate perfectly, and
Chicken and
now,
rice.
yeah, chicken, well, yeah, but we had a lot of veggies and greens as well.
Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, everything.
Our main course was definitely chicken and rice
Yeah.
though. But my point I'm trying to make is, as you grew up, you started leaning towards fast foods, and because of that, friend of yours, Courtney.
Mm,
So you tend to enjoy the fast foods and
yeah,
the
I've
sweets and
kind of
chocolates and
gotten
that jazz.
my body used to it. So
Do you
my
know how much?
indulgence
Do you
is not
know? Do you
exactly.
know how much oils and GMOs and fats are in fast foods?
I have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure. But I know it's not good for you, but I don't know the ins and outs of it.
Yeah, no, it's really terrible. The amount of oil that they put on the meat, especially if you look at Kentucky Fried Chicken,
Mm.
Burger King, they fry it in the chips as well. There's so much oil. Just the meat that they use, a lot of the time is not organic.
Hmm.
If you go to
What do you
Woolworths,
mean
for
non organic?
instance,
Like, what do you mean by non organic?
it's
Like, how
not
can it not be
it's
organic?
it's it's not from a registered proper, how can I put it, like purebred animals. Some of the animals that they use, for instance,
Hormone pumps and stuff. Is that what you
exactly, there's a lot of hormones and all those shenanigans in the food that they feed the animals. That's making the animals very unhealthy as well.
mean? Mm-hmm.
And they actually, in some meats, they actually put things in the meats for it to last longer, for its longevity.
And to look redder.
To look
More
better.
pleasing. More pleasing to the eye.
Oh, I guess probably in some circumstances. But my point is that, especially when you look at fast foods, the meat is very unhealthy. As opposed to if you go to Woolies or if you go to Pick and Pay and you go and you buy yourself, I'll lean towards Woolies more, but I'm sure definitely Pick and Pay Spar also has solid quality foods. But
Mm-hmm.
if you go to a supermarket, you know what you're buying, and you can
You
see
basically
free
saying that
range chicken
homemade food is
or
better.
free range eggs or whatever. Like, it's organic milk. Whereas if you go to those fast food restaurants, you don't know exactly what you're getting. So
Mm,
firstly, the fast food stick, you gotta cut that out
mm.
entirely. I mean, how often do you eat fast foods?
I would say 2 to 3 times a week.
2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah,
I would say in the
but like a
last,
lot, like a
I would
lot.
say in the last 6 months, I've had 2 to 3 takeaways, if that.
Really.
Maybe the last year.
But it's just a convenience food, you know what I'm saying? So, say for instance, I'm on the way back from sports or from school, and I don't want to go home, and my mom doesn't want to cook, so I literally just my dad takes or our dad takes us to a fast food outlet because it's more convenient, even though it's not as healthy and stuff.
Fair enough, but still, the thing is, rather put the effort in. And I've noticed you putting the effort in on the low key, but it's not high key enough. I need to help you to make it more high key with your nutrition and whatnot, because I've seen you've started to veer away, especially from sweets and candy and all that jazz, because that is disgusting. That has absolutely no nutritional value for you whatsoever.
Calories, basically.
Exactly, and it just enhances your fat cells. And fun fact, once you get, not a fun fact actually, a really sad fact, once you get broad fat cells and you develop more fat around your body, it is actually very hard, a lot harder to lose those fat cells, as opposed to if you didn't have the fat already and to just maintain not having fat. So now, luckily, your frame, you've got a bit of dad's body, so you've got more of an ectomorph frame, which means that you can lose weight very quickly, and you struggle
if
to
I
pick
put my
up.
mind to it, if you know what I'm saying.
But you've also been out the gym for a bit, so that's also allowed you, because you did gymnastics, you did a lot of gymnastics and whatnot as well.
I still do ballet though, so
that kind of keeps you intact in the loop, yeah. But it's still not. I wouldn't say ballet is that much cardiovascular. I'd say it's more like
strength,
rhythm kind of.
And strength.
And strength, definitely core strength as well. Yeah, so you've got that part right. I would say definitely go to the gym a lot more often. You told me that you've bought this program now that you're going to start going to the gym more often. The 6-week program.
Yeah.
So do that, and then also get yourself a nutritional program. What I can do for you is I can direct you to places where you can get good nutritional programs.
Okay.
But what I can say to you, if you want to lose, you said you wanted to lose a lot of body fat, right?
Yeah, about maybe 10 kgs.
10 kgs?
Yeah.
6 weeks?
Is that possible?
No, that's too far fetched. You're jumping the gun there. You gotta be pragmatic about it. So you gotta think 10 kgs could be possible in 6 weeks. But then your gym regime, your eating habits has to be on fleek. And I think that's going to be a bit too intense. Plus, I think 10 kgs down from your current weight is going to make you look anorexic. You don't want to look anorexic.
I weigh 60 now.
60, so 50, I would say 53, 54 maybe. I'd say lose about 6 to 7 kgs. That's what I would say, in my opinion. Obviously, it's up to you to make the goal and set the goal for yourself.
Yeah.
But from my opinion, I'd say see if you can lose about 6 to 7 kgs. How we're going to do that is you're going to focus on eating more nutrition and blocking out carbs, right? So you block.
Can't I have healthy carbs?
If
like
you're
potatoes or like sweet potato.
If you're gonna, I don't know. What you could do is you could consider intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting is it's basically 12 hours where you don't eat. So you wait till the afternoon, say 4 o'clock, and then from say 4 o'clock to 2 o'clock to 6 or 8.
Isn't it different windows?
Different windows.
So what I heard was it's 12 to 12 window hours. So you eat for 12 hours. You don't eat for 12 hours in a day, or 8 to 16 window hours.
No, it's more. No. It's more. You'll eat from say 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock to 6 or 8. Okay. You eat a lot of food, a decent amount, right? And then from 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you won't eat all the way through to the next afternoon, the next day in the afternoon. Again, 2 or 4 o'clock. So you don't eat the whole morning. It's a tough call. I know you've done it before, but not properly. You didn't do it thoroughly. You did it a couple of days, and then you just tapped out. So I'm gonna make sure that you focus and you don't waver. Obviously, it's normal to hiccup here and there, but I'm gonna ask you to try and stick to the program as hard as possible. So also, you're gonna make sure that you don't eat a lot of carbs. So, and when you do eat carbs, it's gonna be like at the night around 5, 6 o'clock. you have a lot of protein, get yourself, you can speak to mum by getting a protein shake. Preferably a plant-based protein shake, because what I've heard is the whey protein has a lot of things in it that is actually not healthy for you. But so maybe a plant-based protein shake, and then you just eat things like free-range chicken and healthy fats. You must get your healthy fats in, of course, as well through your avos and yeah,
I
exactly.
love avo.
Chow your broccoli and your greens. Make sure you chow your veggies.
I love
That's
veggies also.
pertinent. Yeah.
Like if I'm not eating junk food, I'm trying veggies.
Yeah, try it. That's the joy of it, because I know fast foods is awesome and it's very nice, but this is how I look at it. Fast foods is nice while you're eating it, and afterwards,
You feel rubbish about yourself.
yeah, you feel crappy about yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas when you eat healthy food, some healthy foods are divine, like 100%. No questions asked. Like there is like those foods like the Brussels sprouts and the spinach and whatnot that is a bit of a task to put down for certain people. I've come to enjoy it because I'm so used to eating it now. Maybe,
Habits.
yeah, I know, especially for you, you don't like avo. I don't know how you can't like avo. What else? What other foods don't you like?
I don't personally like avo. That's basically all. And then on the rare occasion, no, it's basically just avo. It's just I can't stomach it. It like just the what is it? The texture of it just makes me a bit sick because it's quite like a cream kind of texture. It's not exactly like I don't know. I don't know how you like it. That's
I don't
what
know.
I'm
I
surprised
just know that I don't know. For me, I feel like anything that's healthy is gonna help my body develop, help my muscles, help my body composition,
Yeah, but
help
like
my
you must
brain
eat to
health as
enjoy.
well.
You mustn't just eat. You got one life.
Of course, of
Obviously, you can't
course,
just
of course. You're fair enough.
chow to like.
But as I said, you don't enjoy the feeling after eating junk food or candy or chocolate.
It makes you feel like regretful.
Literally, and that's probably one of the worst feelings to feel. Anyways, so just
it's nice for the few minutes that you're eating it, and then once you've eaten it, it's like why did I?
Yeah,
and
literally.
then you start oh my word why, and then as soon as you eat it, it turns into fat. So I honestly don't get why I've been doing it.
Exactly. So what you do now is instead of eating those takeaways.
You myself my own medicine.
There we go. There we go. So exactly, it seems like you don't even need me. You know what I'm saying? But what I can say to you is that you try and stick away from junk food, 100%.
Okay.
Don't even try. I'm telling you, don't.
Why not have like one cheat day?
No.
Can
because for the next for the next what's a healthy cheat day?
As in like more calories that I'm supposed to a day, but it's healthy foods. Because you're supposed to have a certain amount of calories per day.
Well, I would say that would be fine.
1,800 calories.
You can even. It all depends on how you work out as well. If you do a lot of cardio, then
it's a deficit, so it burns.
Exactly. It burns more calories, which inevitably allows you to eat a bit more calories.
The net calories are also like a deficit.
So basically, what I can say to you is try, as I said, stick away from junk foods and candy and all that good stuff, and go lean towards the healthy foods, right? And try and stick away from carbs as well, as minimal carbs as possible. Instead of having a big bowl of rice, you have a smaller bowl of rice, and you'll maybe have some crackers, or Provitas or something like that. And then, just, what's the best for cutting is definitely making yourself like tuna salads, chicken salads, because it tastes nice, and it's got all its nutrients, vitamins, protein. Protein is obviously pertinent for muscle hypertrophy, and then it also tastes good as well.
So you don't feel like you're deprived.
Exactly, you put a nice salad dressing on or whatever. It really does taste nice. So, the task I'm going to give for you today, that you're going to take away from this, is to make sure that you don't touch the junk food, you don't touch the candies or any of that stuff. Drink a lot of water as well. Flushes your system, it detoxes your system. And
what about green tea? What's your views on green tea?
I would say green tea is very good.
Black coffee?
No, I would, in my opinion, I've heard that coffee is good for your brain. For the neurotransmitters or something. But
appetite suppressant.
Huh?
Appetite suppressant.
What's
So
that?
it's basically like if you drink coffee, it basically in turn it makes you not feel as hungry, and then you therefore eat less. So if someone has a cup of black
I've
coffee,
never heard that.
yeah,
What?
it
Okay.
suppresses your appetite.
Well, in my opinion, I think that the caffeine isn't as healthy for you. I would
Yeah,
say
I've also
you
heard
don't.
that.
You try and stick away from milk. So if you have coffee, then drink it without milk. I know that's gonna taste a bit
What's wrong with
manky.
milk? What's wrong with milk?
Milk, actually, you want to get your skin thinner, right?
Mm.
As well, because that obviously shows a lot more muscle definition. And you say eventually you actually want to do bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So after this is just a stepping stone.
Maybe like once
So
I've got
what
my
milk does is it makes your skin thicker. So in order for your skin to go a bit thinner, you have to try and cut out milk. And in a lot of the milks you buy today, there's a lot of hormones and all that jazz because of the way the cows are treated, and there's a whole bunch of different reasonings for why milk isn't that great for you
Mhm.
in high quantities. But yeah,
But
so
what about the calcium in
so
milk?
just sorry,
What about the calcium in milk?
calcium's good for you,
Okay.
definitely, but you can find calcium in other things such as plant-based products or even plants, even vegetables. There is certain you can even buy supplements from the store to get
Mm.
calcium. Anyways, so can you reiterate to me what's the things I told you to do?
Basically, I must cut out the candies and the junk food.
Mm-hmm.
Try to eat less starches.
Yeah.
And exercise more and do cardio.
There you go.
That's what you said.
And water.
Drink water. Drink
There
water.
you go. To
5
flush out
pints.
the system.
Yeah. Flush
Okay.
out the toxins.
Okay.
Detox.
And a fun tip to make it a more enjoyable experience, cutting out the junk foods. Because I know how much you enjoy that stuff. Make yourself some nice chicken salads
Oh
and
yeah, tuna salads.
and nice little
I'll write that on my diary.
salads work so well. Works so well. Anyways, okay. That was a very positive 16 minutes, over 16 minute session, and I think you enjoyed it. You got a lot out of
Thank
that.
you so much.
All right. Looking forward for the last and final session.